Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope that you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day so far. My name is Glory Kaimbe and I'm so delighted to be a part of your screens today. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the reason why we chose Canada over any other country. Like, this is a question that many people have asked me. I don't know why. While growing up in South Africa, I knew that one day I was going to leave South Africa for another country. I think when I started school already, when people asked me, when are you going home? I would tell them one day I'm going to go home or one day I'm not going to stay here. It was just a thing I used to say. So I didn't know when it was going to happen or how it was going to happen, but I had request to God as to how I would have wanted it to happen. But as to which country it would be, I was never the type of person that would sit and start dreaming and say, okay, I would love to live in America, or I would love to live in Canada. I never really used to have a preference. It was never something that I would sit and start dreaming and be like, I want this thing to happen. Oh God, do this for me. That was never me. I think 2 or 3 years ago, I had a dream. I'm actually laughing because whenever I think about that dream, it felt so surreal. But anyway, I had a dream. I had a dream as if my husband and I and the kids, like me and my two children, because at the time I had a dream, I already had two kids. So I had a dream as if me and my children were, my husband and I, we were in a country. It was around winter time, and we were shopping. We were doing household items shopping, buying towels, household kitchen utensils, and whatever stuff like that. And then as we were leaving the store, I saw that I tried to look at the name of the store that we were in, and I saw it was written Costco. And yeah, it was written Costco, which is now when I moved to America or to Canada, I discovered it is a Canadian brand. Yeah. But anyway, I had a dream. I saw that we were doing our shopping and we were in Costco. And I woke up in the morning, immediately we started looking up the word Costco on Google, and I couldn't find the word. And I think because my spelling was wrong, instead of saying Costco, I wrote it with an A, like COAST instead of COST co. And then, but I could see from the results I was getting, it was telling me that this could have been an American brand. When I woke up from my dream, before I could even tell my husband, I prayed about it. Yes, of course, I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember where that journal is. It just disappeared. But anyway, I immediately told God, I said, God, I know that I can see that you're opening this door for me. However, I don't want to leave this country and go back to the story of being an asylum seeker or anything that I went through in South Africa. I don't want it to repeat itself. I want my children to have the best papers that will allow them to have the best of the best. All right. So now, fast forward, and the thing is, me having that dream, I didn't, like, once again, I did not go into a mode where I want to start planning. I said, okay, sometimes you want to force the hand of God. I told God, let your will be done. I don't know how it's going to happen, but let your will be done. So it happened that my husband wanted to visit Europe. My husband, first of all, when he tried applying for his France visa the first time, it got denied. And God also showed me that it would get denied, but instead of discouraging him immediately, I just prayed for him. I prayed for his heart, of which indeed the result came back negative. He applied for the second time, the result still came back negative. And then the third time, he was like, he told God, he said, because at that time, that was last year now, yeah? That is not 2 years ago, that is last year. I said, God, I would, because now from last year, now my husband now had a desire of wanting to now relocate. And he was like, he had options. He said he either wanted to go to America, the United States, or he wanted to go to Europe. So yeah, either way. So now I started looking for jobs online, looking for other possibilities online, ways to relocate with, good papers and all these things. So we were doing all our research. But then when his two visas got denied, his two visa applications got denied, when he was about to enter the third one, he told God, he said, if this one works, yeah, because this time around, the third one, he had to apply to the German embassy. He said, if this one works, I would really believe that it is within your plans for us to relocate. Indeed, when my husband went he applied for the at the German embassy, it got approved and eventually traveled. So when he came back, he was like, "Lo, G, you've got to see this. I love Germany. I love this and that." You really like. He was really sold. It was like, "This is the kind of place I wanna, I wanna travel to and stuff like that." And he went around summertime, so he was in Paris, he was in Germany, and he was in like the same countries he took me to are the same countries that no, he only went to Germany and Paris, I think. Yeah, Germany and France. So he went to those two countries. When I went with him later on this year, that is when we went to Belgium as well. However, when he came back, he was like, no, I asked God for a sign, and God gave me that this was truly a sign that he was going to do it and everything like that. I think he went 2 or 3 months after his visa was approved. So before that, it was like, okay, we need to now look into this Canada thing also and see if we can try it out and see how it works. So within the year, last year as well, just before my husband even went to Europe, before I stopped working, before a whole lot of things, before the month of June, one of my uncles, we are close relative, but we are not that close. We don't talk every day. He just reached out to me and he was like, "Hey Veli, hey Glow, I just had a dream about you today. I dreamt as if you guys traveled. You were in an English speaking country, and yeah, you were in an English speaking country and all of that. So I don't know, maybe God is about to open a new door for you." So I immediately sent that to my husband. I was like, "Listen, this is another one. Apart from the dream I had, this is another revelation from somebody that we don't talk to. So God is eventually trying to tell us something." And he was like, "Yes, I can really feel that God is really in this journey with us, and God really wants us to go with this whole Canada thing." My husband traveled to Europe and he came back. And then he also took me a few months later. I went to see what he saw. So I can say that I liked what I saw. Just for some reason I liked what I saw, and I was trying to kind of lean back towards it. And then I remembered something. Me and my dreams, I have no idea why God shows me certain dreams. I remember that in the past, I had a dream where I was showing my mom. I think when we just bought a new house, I remember, and before I had that dream of Costco, I had a dream. I was showing my mom our new house, and it looked like we were living in a duplex. And I was showing my mom our new house, and we were going up the stairs. I was going to show her new room, and the house did not look like your normal South African house. It did not look like your normal Congolese house. You know what I mean? The structure, the way they built the houses and whatever, it was completely different. And then and to just to see, like, to fast forward to now, I now understand that it was the American way of doing house, of like building houses. It's only when we moved to Canada that I realized that, okay, so this is really what I saw. Of course, now it took months that we were in the pool and things were not looking as promising I would have loved to. We continued our lives, and my husband was saying before the 30th of November, we were going to leave South Africa. And it's like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but before the 30th of November, we are going to leave South Africa and we are going to go to Europe. And we were now weighing the options of coming to Canada and coming to Europe. And I told God, I said, I don't want my children to go to a country. I don't want to go with the work visa. I don't want to go with the kind of visa or kind of things that would make it that my children will one day have to be deported or having to be stranded somewhere or having to be ridiculed. No, because I went through that. I don't know if I'm blabbing all over the place, but what I'm just trying to build up for you guys here is that this journey to us being here is not something that happened overnight. There has been a series of planning, there's been a series of, we tried elsewhere, but God chose Canada for us. And with me having that dream, it was God, those dreams, let me rather put, and yeah, us having those dreams, it was God preparing us for what He was about to do, telling us that it was time for us to move into a next chapter in our lives, next chapter in our journey. And even the struggles we had with my son getting papers in South Africa after having given birth to him, it was very stressful. And I think God used that. God did not allow that to happen so that we can experience what we're experiencing right now. Because I'm so happy that my children came to this country as permanent residents. My children will not know the road of having to go stand in front of a lawyer and having to explain this and this and this and that. And hey, I cannot come and seek asylum in Canada because I'm not an asylum seeker. It's not the same thing as coming straight from Congo where you are constantly being harassed by this and that you can use that and seek asylum in another country. But for South Africa, for someone that has lived in South Africa, South Africa is not deemed as a place where, as a country where you really say that you want to seek asylum from. You know what I mean? It's still a good country. So I would say that God chose Canada for us, and Canada chose us. And I don't believe in the saying that says you are destined to be in Canada. No, I feel like Canada is part of my destiny. It's part of my destiny in what way? Is that God will use this country for Him to fulfill His purpose in my life. God has opened this door for me to be in this country because there is something that He wants to do in this country through me. I do believe that God wants to do something for the Canadian people through me, and He wants to use me to do it for His children. So one day I'm gonna share with you guys a testimony of how God did it with that whole express entry thing. We explained to you the process, but we didn't explain to you like how God did it. So I'm gonna share that with you guys one day. So when I came back from Europe, we had a moment of prayer. We immediately joined the fasting and prayer of the church. On the last day we went to church, and the next day, guys, it's a very beautiful story. And to be where we are today, it's only by the grace of God. So yes, we didn't choose Canada. Canada chose us. God said, in order for me to fulfill His plan and His purpose for my life, I'm going to make Canada a part of your journey. So Canada is a part of a journey. Canada is a part of a season in our lives. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent season, but I feel like it's a temporary one, because I don't know why I feel like it's a temporary one, but for where we are now and like where we are now and where we see our family now, this is a place that we are really grateful that God opened a door for. And I'm currently living within the season, and I feel like the time where I'll be showing my mom my house will come. The time I'll be showing my mom my house will come, which is my mom will also get a chance to actually get in a flight and travel internationally and come to see me. Because here, guys, Canada is far. I'm far from my mom, my dad. So believing that one day my parents will also come and see me really gives me joy. The thing is that whatever you are going through, make sure you are within God's timing and God's will. God will sometimes say no to certain things in order for Him to delay you, in order for Him to bring you back. He's delaying you so that you don't go too fast ahead, that you miss the road. He's delaying you so you can look back and actually have a calculated move, take a calculated step. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've answered your question, and I love you all. Stay blessed. Bye.